Today I'm going to do a video about things to know before you decide to buy a Tao Tao 125cc pit bike. Now, the first thing I want to say is this video is not made to discourage anyone from buying it. It's actually the opposite. I really love this pit bike. I'm really impressed with it. However, I don't want people to be ill-informed or go into something blind and not have the proper information before making that commitment. Now, these are just cheap little pit bikes, but close to $800 is still a nice amount of money to be spending on anything that you're not sure of. The first thing I want to start off saying is before you even purchase this bike, you need to know how it is shipped to you. Now, if you're gonna buy yours from Power Sports Distro, as I did, you need to understand that this is shipped by a freight line, and I also got liftgate, so that might change a little bit. But if you want liftgate, this is how it's going to come. In my area, they use Old Dominion, and I'm not sure if they use that for everybody. But if you don't understand what a freight line is, that is a semi truck. You know, so if you don't live in an area that an 18-wheeler can get to and deliver your product, then you might need to think about something else, or even maybe just contact the dealer, the website, whatever, and get a little bit more information about that, just to see. Because even though I knew that it was coming by a tractor trailer, I did not expect an 18-wheeler. So just be aware of that. Next thing, once you've already received the product, as I've talked about before, it does come in a metal crate, and I still have mine. You can see it right back there. There is some assembly involved, and I do not have an assembly video, but there are some really good ones online. There aren't any for this particular brand of bike, but there are a bunch of them for the SSR pit bikes, and I can tell you that the assembly is very similar. There are a few differences, but I think all the information that you learn from watching the SSR assembly will help you discern the things that are different with this bike. I think you shouldn't have any problem. Just watch a couple of those. The one that I used the most was the pit bike assembly from Hostile Motoring, I believe it was, on their YouTube channel. That one was really good. Now I'll get into what comes with the pit bike. As I've stated again in previous videos, there is no instructions to this bike, so do not expect those. But what it does come with is a parts blueprint. You have a certificate of compliance, and as you can see, it has product description, manufacturer name, all that. Your operation instruction manual. You also receive this cute little bag of tools that is basically useless. I don't even know why they waste their time with this stuff. 3 crescent wrenches that look like if you put any pressure on them whatsoever, they're just going to snap in half. So do not use these. When you're putting your pit bike together, you need socket wrenches. So if you do not have a set of socket wrenches, you're going to need to get some, because these are not going to work for you. This cheap little screwdriver. I did actually use this on my I call them mud shields down here. I did use it on those. It does flip around and come straight, but I don't even know. No. It also comes with this Allen wrench. You would think that this would fit everything. It does not. Only works right here on the handlebars. Well, I think it fits, yeah. The Allen wrench only works on the handlebars. So when you put on the front fender, you will have to have a different Allen wrench. I believe it's a size smaller than the one that they give you. So as far as tools goes, you have one good Allen wrench that you can use, but you gotta have another one. The wrenches, no good. You need socket wrenches, and then another screwdriver, because the last thing it comes with are these handy little zip ties, which they also don't tell you what they're for. But just using my brain, I kind of figured they were to hold the brake cable on here, because without it the brake cable kind of loops out pretty heavily. The last thing I want to stress is check your tire pressure. I don't think anyone would be stupid enough to try and hop on their pit bike and ride without checking the tire pressure, but just in case, keep that in mind, because that is just a recipe for disaster. If your tires are overinflated, it's going to become super duper slick to ride, which is just dangerous in general. So make sure you check those before you take your first ride. I believe that's all I'm going to talk about for this video. Hope I gave out some helpful information, and thanks everyone for watching.